The Price of Forgetting. A story of sacrifice, betrayal, and karma's perfect justice. My name is Daniel Carter, and I'm going to tell you about the day my world ended and the day karma came collecting. 23 years ago, my wife walked out on me and our two young children to be with another man. She left us with nothing but broken hearts and empty promises. I could have crumbled. Instead, I raised those kids alone, worked 3 jobs, sacrificed everything to give them the education and opportunities they deserved. I loved them with every fiber of my being. And when they grew up successful and wealthy, they forgot I existed. They chose their mother, the woman who abandoned them, over the father who gave them everything. This is the story of how I survived that betrayal and how karma, patient and merciless, eventually caught up with all 3 of them in ways none of us could have imagined. Because some debts can never be repaid, and some sins never go unpunished. The day my life shattered was a Tuesday in April 1999. I remember because it was trash day, and I just dragged the bins to the curb when I came back and Daniel, I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. Don't try to find me. I need to be happy. The kids are yours. Rebecca. 10 years of marriage reduced to 4 sentences. My hand shook as I read it again, trying to make sense of words that made no sense. The kids are yours? Like they were property she was abandoning? Like Sarah, age 8, and Michael, age 6, were just inconveniences she was tired of dealing with? I ran upstairs. Her closet was half empty. Her jewelry box gone. The photo albums we'd made together, gone. It was like she'd been systematically erasing herself from our lives while I'd been at work, oblivious. Sarah appeared in the doorway, still in her pajamas. "Daddy, where's Mommy?" I stared at my daughter, her mother's green eyes, her mother's dark hair, and tried to find words. How do you tell an 8-year-old that her mother chose not to love her anymore? "Mommy had to go away for a while, sweetheart." "When is she coming back?" "I don't know." She started crying. Michael heard and came running, and then he was crying too, and I was holding both of them while my own heart broke into pieces I didn't know how to put back together. She never came back. Over the next few weeks, I learned the full story through Rebecca's sister, who called to apologize for what her sister had done. Rebecca had been having an affair with her boss, a wealthy real estate developer named Kenneth Morrison. She'd been planning her exit for months, carefully moving money from our joint account into one I didn't know about. She told Kenneth she was ready to start fresh without the burden of a working-class husband and 2 young children. Kenneth had money, a penthouse in downtown Chicago, a lifestyle Rebecca had always wanted, but I could never provide on my electrician's salary. So she chose him and left us. I could have fallen apart, could have drowned in bitterness and rage, could have failed my children the way their mother had. But I didn't, because Sarah and Michael were looking at me with frightened eyes, waiting to see if I'd abandon them too. And I decided in that moment that I would rather die than let them down. I sat them down that night at our kitchen table, the same table where Rebecca had left her note, and made them a promise. "Your mom is gone. I don't know if she's coming back, but I want you both to know something. I will never leave you, never. I will work as hard as I need to work. I will sacrifice whatever I need to sacrifice. You will have food, a home, clothes, education, everything you need. We're going to be okay. I promise." Sarah, my brave little girl, wiped her tears and said, "We'll be okay, Daddy. We still have you." Michael, only 6, just climbed into my lap and held on tight. That's how it started, the 3 of us against the world. The first year was hell. I was working as an electrician, making decent money, but not enough to cover childcare, rent, food, and all the expenses of 2 growing kids. I picked up a second job doing electrical work on weekends, then a third doing night maintenance at an office building. I dropped the kids at school at 7:30 a.m., worked my regular job until 4 p.m., picked them up, make dinner, help with homework, put them to bed at 8 p.m., then work the night shift from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. I'd get home, sleep for 4 hours, and do it again. On weekends, I'd work both jobs during the day while a neighbor watched the kids. I was exhausted, perpetually sleep-deprived, but I kept going because I'd made a promise. Rebecca never called, never wrote, never sent a dime in child support. Her lawyer sent divorce papers 6 months after she left. She didn't contest anything, didn't ask for custody or visitation, just wanted to be free. I signed the papers. Good riddance. But Sarah and Michael struggled. Sarah developed anxiety, afraid I'd disappear too. Michael had nightmares. They both asked about their mom constantly, where she was, why she left, if she still loved them. I didn't know how to answer. How do you tell your children that their mother chose comfort over them? Your mom loves you, I lied. She just needed to figure some things out. But I'm here. I'll always be here. It took 2 years for them to stop asking. When they grew up older, I made sure they had everything I could give them. Not material things, we couldn't afford much, but experiences, attention, love. I coached Michael's Little League team despite being exhausted. I attended every one of Sarah's school plays, even if it meant losing hours at work. I helped with every homework assignment, every science project, every book report. When Sarah wanted to learn piano, I found a used keyboard at a garage sale and learned to play alongside her from YouTube videos so I could help her practice. When Michael wanted to join Boy Scouts, I became a troop leader even though I knew nothing about camping. I gave them everything I had. Money was always tight. Some months I'd skip meals so the kids could have seconds. I wore the same work boots for 6 years, duct taping the soles when they wore through. I never bought new clothes, just shopped at thrift stores. But the kids never went without. They had school supplies, decent clothes, birthday parties, Christmas presents. When Sarah was 14, she came to me nervous. "Dad, I want to try to contact Mom." My heart sunk, but I forced a smile. "Okay, if that's what you want, I'll help you." I tracked down Rebecca through her sister. She was still with Kenneth Morrison, living in that penthouse, no kids of her own with him. I gave Sarah the phone number. She called, hands shaking. Rebecca answered. They talked for maybe 5 minutes. I could hear Rebecca's voice, polite but distant, like she was talking to a stranger, not the daughter she had abandoned. When she hung up, she was crying. She said she's busy, that maybe we could meet sometime, but she's traveling a lot for Kenneth's business. She didn't even ask about Michael. She didn't ask about you. She didn't care. I held my daughter while she cried. "I'm sorry, sweetheart." "Why doesn't she love us?" "I don't know, but I do, more than anything in the world." Sarah never called her mother again. Neither did Michael. They poured themselves into school instead. Sarah became a straight-A student, driven and focused. Michael excelled in math and science. They both worked part-time jobs in high school to help with expenses, even though I told them not to. "Dad, you work 3 jobs for us," Sarah said when she was 16. "The least we can do is help." I was so proud of them. They'd survived abandonment and poverty and come out strong, kind, resilient. When Sarah graduated high school in 2009, she'd earned a full scholarship to Northwestern for pre-med. I cried at her graduation, holding her diploma, thinking about how far we'd come. "I'm going to be a doctor, Dad," she said, hugging me. "And when I am, you'll never have to work 3 jobs again. I'm going to take care of you." "You don't have to." "I want to. You gave me everything. Now it's my turn." I believed them. Why wouldn't I? These were the kids I'd raised, the children I'd sacrificed everything for. They loved me, they were grateful, we were a team. I kept working those 3 jobs to help with their expenses. Scholarships covered tuition, but not everything. I sent them money for books, food, rent, whatever they needed. When Sarah called every week from college, Michael texted every day. They came home for holidays. We were still close, still the tight unit we'd been since Rebecca left. Sarah graduated from Northwestern in 2013, then went to medical school at University of Chicago. Michael graduated in 2015 and got a job at a tech company in San Francisco. By 2020, Sarah was a successful cardiologist making $400,000 a year. Michael was a senior software engineer making $300,000 a year. My kids had made it. Against all odds, they'd become successful, wealthy, accomplished. I was 62 years old, still working those same 3 jobs because I'd never been able to save enough to retire. My body was breaking down, chronic back pain from decades of physical labor, arthritis in my hands, high blood pressure. But I didn't mind. My kids were thriving. That's all that mattered. Then in December 2020, everything changed. Sarah called me. "Dad, I have something to tell you." "What is it, hum?"
Sarah called me. "Dad, I have something to tell you." "What is it, honey?" "Mom contacted me. She wants to reconnect. She says she's been thinking about Michael and me a lot, that she regrets leaving, that she wants to try to have a relationship." I felt cold. After 21 years, now she wants to be your mother? I know it's complicated, but Dad, she's my mom. Don't I deserve to know her?
Of course you do. I'm just worried she'll hurt you again.
I'm an adult now. I can handle it.
Against my better judgment, I supported her decision. Sarah started meeting Rebecca for lunch, coffee, dinner. Then Michael did the same. At first, they still called me regularly, still visited, still included me in their lives, but gradually things changed. Sarah's weekly calls became bi-weekly, then monthly. When I called her, she was always busy, in surgery, at a conference, meeting with colleagues. Michael stopped texting daily. When I'd message him, I'd get one-word responses or nothing at all. Their visits home became rare. Thanksgiving 2021, they both went to Rebecca's penthouse instead of coming home. Christmas too. "Sorry, Dad," Sarah said when she called to tell me. "Mom's getting older. We want to spend time with her while we can." Mom's getting older. Rebecca was only 64, younger than me, healthy, wealthy. And suddenly my kids were worrying about time with her? "What about time with me?" I asked quietly. "Dad, we'll visit soon, I promise." They didn't. In 2022, I had a heart attack. Minor, but scary. I was in the hospital for 3 days. I called Sarah. She's a cardiologist. This was literally her specialty. Left a voicemail telling her what happened, that I was okay, but wanted to hear her voice. She called back 2 days later. "Dad, I'm so sorry. I've been swamped. Are you okay?" "I'm fine. Doctors say I need to reduce stress, maybe cut back on work." "That's good advice. Listen, I have to run. Let's catch up soon." "Sure, honey. I love you." "Love you too." But we didn't catch up soon. She didn't call again for 6 weeks. Michael didn't call at all. When I finally reached him, he said, "Sorry, Dad, I didn't get your message. My phone's been acting weird." His phone worked fine for Rebecca, apparently. I'd seen photos on Facebook, photos Sarah had posted of family dinners with Rebecca, Kenneth, and Michael. All of them smiling, dressed in expensive clothes at fancy restaurants. I wasn't in any of the photos, wasn't invited to the dinners. I was being erased, just like Rebecca had erased herself from our family photos 23 years earlier. In March 2023, I made a decision. I called both kids and asked them to meet me for dinner. Both together, at our old house, said it was important. Sarah hemmed and hawed. "Dad, I'm really busy. Please, Sarah. It's been over a year since I've seen you in person. I'm asking for one dinner."
She agreed reluctantly. So did Michael. They arrived at my house on a Saturday evening. Both drove expensive cars. Sarah had a Tesla, Michael a BMW. Both wore designer clothes. They looked successful, polished, like they belonged in Rebecca's world. They were uncomfortable in my small, aging house, the same house where I'd raised them, where we'd been a family. I made their favorite meal, pot roast with mashed potatoes, the same thing I'd made countless times when they were kids and money was tight. We sat at that same kitchen table, and I told them what I needed to say. I'm proud of you both. You've accomplished incredible things, but I need to tell you something. I feel forgotten. Sarah shifted uncomfortably. Dad, let me finish. For 23 years, I was your everything. Mother and father, provider and protector. I worked myself to the bone to give you opportunities, and I do it again in a heartbeat because I love you. But now that you're successful, now that you have money and careers, you've barely spoken to me in 2 years. You spend all your time with Rebecca, the woman who abandoned you, and none with me. And I need to understand why. Silence. Finally, Michael spoke. Dad, it's not that we don't appreciate you. Then what is it? It's just that Mom feels bad about what she did. She wants to make up for lost time, and she needs us right now. She needs you? What about me? I'm 63. I just had a heart attack. I'm still working 3 jobs because I never made enough to save for retirement. Don't I need you? We've offered to help you financially, Dad. You always say no. Because I don't want your money. I want your presence. I want phone calls, visits. I want to feel like I matter to you as much as she does. That's not fair, Sarah said, her voice rising. You're making us choose. I'm not making you choose anything. I'm telling you how I feel. Is that not allowed? More silence. Then Michael said something that broke my heart. Dad, maybe you're just jealous. Jealous that we have a relationship with Mom now, that we're successful and don't need you the way we used to. I stared at my son. Is that what you think? That I'm jealous? I don't know what else to call it. We're adults. We get to decide who we spend time with. And frankly, Mom's been really good to us lately. She's apologized. She's trying. Can't you just be happy for us? Your mother abandoned you when you were 6 years old. She chose money and comfort over her own children. She never sent child support, never called, never visited. And now that you're rich and successful, now that you don't need anything from her, suddenly she wants to be your mother. And you can't see that she's using you? Using us how? Sarah asked coldly. For status, for bragging rights. Look at my successful doctor daughter, an engineer's son. She gets to pretend she had something to do with your success when I'm the one who made it possible. That's really bitter, Dad. It's the truth. Maybe, Sarah said, standing up, or maybe you just can't handle that we're close with Mom now, that we've forgiven her. Have you forgiven me for working myself to death for you, or am I only useful when you need something? That's not fair, and you know it. Then tell me, when's the last time you called just to talk? When's the last time you visited without me begging? When's the last time you treated me like I mattered to you? Neither of them answered. Michael stood too. I think we should go. Running away, just like your mother. Dad, that's enough, Sarah snapped. We came here because you asked. We're trying. But if you're just going to guilt trip us and trash Mom, then yeah, we're leaving. They walked out.
I sat at that kitchen table alone, staring at the pot roast nobody had eaten, and realized my children were gone. Not physically, but emotionally. They'd chosen Rebecca. Chosen her money, her lifestyle, her world. And I, the father who'd sacrificed everything, was an inconvenience. A reminder of poverty and struggle they'd rather forget.
I didn't hear from either of them for 6 months. Then, in September 2023, I got a call from Sarah. "Dad, I'm getting married." My heart leaped. "That's wonderful. To who?" "His name is Brandon. He's a surgeon. We met at the hospital." "I'm so happy for you, honey. When's the wedding?" "December 16th. And, Dad, Mom's working me down the aisle." The world stopped. "What?" "I asked Mom to walk me down the aisle. She's my mother, and I'm your father. I raised you. I was there for every school play, every piano recital, every hard moment of your life. And you're asking her? It's my wedding, my choice." "You're right. It is your choice. And your choice is telling me exactly where I stand." "Dad, am I even invited?" Pause. "Of course you're invited. As what? A guest, while the woman who abandoned you gets the honor of walking you down the aisle?" "I knew you'd react like this. This is why we don't call." "You don't call because you've chosen her over me. Because you're ashamed of where you came from, because I'm not rich like Kenneth, not polished like Rebecca. I'm just the working class father who embarrasses you. That's not—" "Goodbye, Sarah." I hung up. I didn't go to the wedding. Sarah called me Christmas Eve, crying. "Dad, please. I'm sorry. I want you in my life." "Then prove it. Choose me. Just once. Choose the father who actually raised you." "I can't choose between you and Mom." "Then you've made your choice." Michael called in January 2024. "Dad, you're being unreasonable. Sarah's devastated." "Good. Maybe she'll understand how I felt watching my children choose their abandoner over me." "She's our mother. I was your everything. Where was your mother when you had nightmares? When you needed help with homework? When you were sick? Where was she, Michael?" Silence. "She was living in a penthouse with a rich boyfriend not giving a damn about you, and now you worship her because she's rich and I'm not." "It's not about money. Then what is it about?" He couldn't answer. I didn't speak to either of them for over a year. And then, in March 2025, karma came knocking. The call came at 3 a.m., unknown number. I almost didn't answer. "Mr. Carter, this is Northwestern Memorial Hospital. Your daughter Sarah has been in a serious car accident. You're listed as her emergency contact." I was at the hospital in 20 minutes. Sarah had been T-boned by a drunk driver. Multiple fractures, internal bleeding, in surgery for 6 hours. The doctors said she'd survive, but would need months of recovery and extensive rehabilitation. I sat in that waiting room alone, terrified for my daughter. Rebecca never showed up. Neither did Kenneth. When Sarah finally woke up 2 days later, I was there, holding her hand. "Dad?" she whispered, confused. "I'm here, baby. I'm right here." Where's Mom?" I called her. She said she was traveling, that she'd try to visit when she got back. Sarah's eyes filled with tears. "She's not coming." "I don't know, honey." "She's not coming. She didn't come to Brandon's funeral either." I froze. "What funeral?" "Brandon, he died. In the crash. He was driving. The drunk driver hit his side. He died instantly." My heart broke for her.
"Oh, Sarah, I'm so sorry. I called Mom, told her my husband died. She said she'd pray for me and hung up. She didn't even come to the funeral, Dad. I needed her, and she—" The tears came harder. I held my daughter while she sobbed, the way I'd held her when she was 8 and couldn't understand why her mother left. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I'm so sorry for everything. You were right about her. About all of it. Shh. We'll talk later. Right now you need to rest." Over the next 3 months, I took care of Sarah. Took a leave from my jobs, stayed at her apartment, helped her with physical therapy, cooked her meals, managed her medications. Rebecca visited once, for 30 minutes, brought flowers and platitudes and left. "I have a charity gala," she explained, "but I'm so glad you're doing better, Sarah." After she left, Sarah looked at me. "Dad? She didn't even ask how I was feeling, not really. She just talked about herself the whole time." "I know. How did I not see it before?" "Because you wanted a mother, and she let you believe she could be one." Michael came to visit in April. He looked terrible. Exhausted, stressed. "Dad, can we talk?" We went to Sarah's kitchen. He sat down heavily. "I got fired from my job. They said I wasn't performing. Truth is, I've been having panic attacks, stress, can't sleep. My therapist says I have unresolved abandonment issues." "From your mother." He nodded. "I thought if I built a relationship with her, if I proved I was successful and worthy, then maybe I'd feel whole. But I don't. I just feel emptier. Because she's not capable of giving you what you need." I called her, told her I lost my job, that I was struggling. She said, "Well, you're smart, you'll figure it out," and changed the subject to Kenneth's new yacht. A yacht, Dad. That's what she cared about. "I'm sorry, son." "I'm the one who should be sorry. I abandoned you, just like she abandoned us. I became the thing I hated most. You're here now. That's what matters." But karma wasn't done yet. In June 2025, I got a call from Rebecca's sister, the same one who'd called me 26 years ago to apologize for Rebecca's abandonment. "Daniel, I thought you should know. Rebecca, help me." Then she came back and poisoned my relationship with my kids because she wanted to feel important. She took from me again, took my children's love, their time, their respect, and gave nothing back. Now she's reaping what she sowed. But she's their mother. No, she's the woman who gave birth to them. I'm their parent, and she can face her consequences alone the way she left me alone. Rebecca died 2 weeks ago, alone in that county hospital. No family present. Sarah and Michael didn't go to the funeral. Neither did I. There's a saying, karma doesn't forget your address. And it's true. Rebecca abandoned her family for money and a lifestyle. She ended up homeless and alone. Sarah and Michael abandoned me for their mother's affection and approval. They lost a husband and a career before learning what really mattered. And me, I lost years of my life to exhaustion and sacrifice, but I gained something more valuable. The knowledge that I showed up, that I stayed, that when everything fell apart, I was the one who held my family together. Today I'm 65 years old, living in a comfortable house my children bought me, about to become a grandfather, surrounded by people who actually love me, not what I can give them. Sometimes I think about Rebecca. Wonder if in those final moments she realized what she'd lost? Wonder if she understood that you can't buy love, can't fake devotion, can't pretend to care and expect people to
Forget 26 years of absence. Karma caught up with all three of them, Rebecca, Sarah, and Michael. But only two learned from it. Rebecca died alone, having learned nothing. My children almost lost me forever, but woke up in time to save what mattered. And me? I learned that real love doesn't keep score. That being a parent means showing up even when it's hard. That sacrifice isn't about getting credit, it's about doing what's right. I won't say I forgive them completely. The years of being forgotten still sting. But I'm learning to let go of the bitterness, to focus on the present instead of the past. Because karma isn't just about punishment, it's about lessons. And the lesson is simple. The people who stay matter more than the people who just show up when it's convenient. I stayed. Through everything, I stayed. And in the end, that's what saved us all.